Right, that's £64,500. We had to wait 20 minutes for 2 glasses of wine. Good morning.
Good morning.
So in this video we're going to give you a ship's tour and a review of P&O Cruises. What do you think? I think they're going to be interested.
P&O Cruises.
Yeah, we won't give you the final decision just yet. We're going to cue the tour in a minute. But this is our first P&O Cruise.
Yes.
Yeah, we've been on it now since Saturday, it's now Thursday. I think we have a good understanding of everything.
Yeah.
As we've said before, we are previous cruisers, so we know.
Yeah, we've done a lot of cruises over the years, haven't we?
Yeah,
Different
we have.
cruise liners.
So, without no further ado, cue the tour.
Go. As you can see, we were allocated cabin 423 on deck 15. This was the cabin that we were allocated, quite a spacious cabin actually. As you can see on the bed, there was a sheet to place your luggage. Very comfortable bed, probably one of the comfiest beds I've slept with on a slept in on a cruise ship. Usual tea and coffee facilities, plenty of storage. There's four plug sockets and USB cables. There was a safe, but unfortunately we couldn't get it to work despite reporting it. Plenty of hangers, no bathrobes or slippers, which we found was quite unusual on a cruise. We also had a decent sized TV and a mini fridge, but to my dissatisfaction the mini fridge was empty. But you can't get everything unfortunately on a cruise ship. The bathroom, as we're going through to now, I couldn't see any socket for shavers or anything really, but there was plenty of room in the bathroom, sink, toilet, plenty of storage. The shower was a decent size, really good hot water flow. So all in all, we were quite happy with the cabin as it presented.
So at the moment we're on deck 17 of P&O's Iona. It's the largest cruise ship built for the British market, and it runs off liquefied natural gas, which is unusual. It's a 184,000 ton ship and it can accommodate 5,200 guests. It's got 19 decks, which they are lying to because actually deck 13 doesn't exist, so there's only 18 decks. It has 30 restaurants and bars. It's got a sky dome, and I'm going to show you around all this. The crew though is only 1,800. So at the moment I'm just going along the running track on deck 17. It's 6 a.m. in the morning. I've had to do this because it's rather quieter at this time of the morning, and I didn't really want to take video of people all eating in the buffet, etc. So we're just going to head down here to deck 16. And as you can see already, there's plenty of sun lounges, plenty of seating areas, but you would expect this on a ship that carries 5,200 passengers. There's plenty of hot tubs scattered around the different decks, and here is the inside of the Sky Dome. They have evening entertainment in there, and I'll show you in there shortly. These signs are scattered around the decks, on all decks, all over the place, just to help you try and find where you're going. I did get lost quite a few times, to be honest, and they do help to figure out where you're going, as long as you know the name of the place where you're going. If you don't, yeah, you're screwed. But what can I say, there is over 30 restaurants, names and bars to remember. So that's the top of deck 17, and just round this corner we're going to come across one of the smoking areas. There's only 2 smoking areas. There's one at the front, which this one is, and one at the back. This one at the front seems to be more socially acceptable. There's some ramps around for the disabled people. Not many, I might add. Some people do struggle to get out, but there is plenty of seats, some lounges. Now, just up ahead is another bar, and this is an adults only area. There's toilets there on the left, very nice toilets, I might add, very clean. They've got everything. It's this beachcomber bar was cordoned off due to the wind, but there's pools in there, and like I say, no kids are allowed in that area whatsoever. So if you do want a cigarette, the bar's only round the corner, and if you do want some peace and quiet from kids, one of the best places to be. So moving back round, there's the toilets, and we're going to go inside now. Well, I hope Steve is going to go inside. Oh yeah, there he is, going back inside. Yeah, get your ugly mug off, mate. Come on, move on. Right, so the lift situation. So there's 3 sets of lifts. There's 8, 16, 24 lifts, and this is what he's explaining now. And they travel all the way from deck 4 up to deck 18, apart from one of them, which only goes up to deck 16. Now, these symbols on the front, on the wall here, are in blue. Now, if you're in the middle of the ship, they will be silver, and if you're at the rear of the ship, they will be red. It just tries to help you know where actually you are going, and trust me, it doesn't. You still get confused. Very easily get turned round. Now, also on every deck where the steps are as well, and near the lifts, you see these signs, which do actually tell you what's on that deck, what cabins there are, etc. Except for they do take a while for them to cycle through to what you want to have a look at. So you could be stood there for 5 minutes deciding, oh, what's next? So here we are on deck 16. And yet again, I'm looking at this symbol and it's still taking a while for it to cycle through to show me what I want. There's hand sanitizing places all over the ship. The cleanliness and the actual health is pretty good for disinfecting. And we are now walking into the Sky Dome. This venue has evening entertainment on every single night. It repeats itself 2-3 times a night, but they change it every single night, so it's always different. Over on the left hand side, if I do decide to turn around, yes, there you go, is Sundays ice creams, and you can get your coffee there. Now, one thing P&O I was impressed with is if you take your own coffee cup, you can actually use that, give that to the staff, and they will actually make the coffee in your travel mug, and then you can take it anywhere. Nice bar. That bar is pretty decent, and it's pretty quiet at times, apart from when there's a show on. But as you can see, this inside pool here, gets covered over for the entertainment. They have trapeze artists on stage, and the music's pretty good. It's what you expect from a cruise ship. Now, also as well, if you see this gentleman here, he's now filling up his own water bottle, and scattered throughout the ship are drinking water dispenser areas, which yet again is another good thing I've seen. As you can see, straight through those doors is the silver, which shows that's the middle of the ship. There's towels that you can get hold of. There's another bar there. There's plenty of seating. But even when these are busy, though, they are busy, and you will struggle to get a seat. Never went to that bar at all. That always seemed to be a bit too busy. Waiters will come round and get you drinks. Now, also here in the buffet, they've got washing your hand facilities. They've got hand sanitizer, and this is the buffet. Now, if you come at certain times, it is mad, and I mean mad. Now, we didn't experience this on our week here. It was pretty quiet. They've got coffee, they've got tea, they've got fruit juices. These sections are all built up, shut off at the moment because they're shut, but right down at the very bottom here, this section will be open from 6 a.m. and these two sections will open up when it actually is busy, and then they will actually shut down when they're moving from breakfast to lunch, from lunch to dinner, and then into late night snacks. Now, the food quality in here is good. It's what you would expect from a buffet. They do a massive big range. You get your cutlery, you take a seat, and there you go. But the amount of people that can end up being in here, sometimes it's absolutely crazy. I did find the staff in here to be okay, not great. They've got some healthy options as well for the food. They've got breads, they've got cheeses, fruit juice, drinks, and then obviously they've got your full English breakfast, all the hams and cheeses. And basically these food stations replicate themselves across the whole of the food area. So whatever you see on one side, you'll see on the other side, so you don't have to traipse around everywhere. You get plates, all the staff. Although one thing I would say is as soon as you finish your plate, staff will be there straight away to take your plate away. Always keeping up the cleanliness. I've got to say, the ship, in all very good general, was very clean. You've got milk dispenser there, which you can use for your cereal. You've got different teas, coffees, fruit juice. And I've got to say, this morning, for some strange reason, all the staff were saying good morning to me. Generally, they never did. But I think it was because I had a camera in my hand, in all honesty. Right, so now we're walking out of the buffet. And we are now back outside. Now, this is the rear of the ship. And yet again, another bar, another pool. And just above that will be deck 17, an infinity pool, which looks out over the back of the ship. And down at the bottom there is deck 8. Like I say, this ship, being 330 metres long, it's a hell of a trek going from front to back. So if your cabin's in the centre, you're good. If your cabin's at the front and you need to get to the back, you're screwed. Right, so here we are now looking at the red symbols that show the back of the ship. So we know now we're at the back. And I'm heading down to deck 15. Now these are all cabins in these decks, so we're just going to quickly zip all the way down. That's if Steve hurries up a bit. So here we are now on deck 8. And Steve's just trying to find out exactly where he is. So this is the clubhouse. This was one of the specialty restaurants, I think. I'm not 100%. We never did any specialty restaurants while we were on board. But specialty restaurants, you have to pay extra and you need to book them in advance. And the food in there is supposed to be better than what you get throughout the ship. Now, if you do, if you don't, maybe not. Now, this is another eating area, which is all included in the price. And here you could get your Asian, your American burgers, and your fish and chips. Now, we stopped here, we did each single one of these all the time, and they were nice. Also, as well, the American one did actually a full English breakfast for breakfast. And it was, we never had it, but it looked nice. And these are open, I think, from 7 p.m. till about 10 p.m, I think. But you just get your food from there and go and sit down. It's only a small portion. You sit there, eat it, and away you go. You've got tea, coffee making facilities there. Moving down a bit further, on the right-hand side, you've got another specialty restaurant, which we didn't go into. Right, we're now approaching another ice cream vendor down in deck 8. They did coffees and ice cream here. We never got an ice cream from this one, only from the one on deck 16. Ripples. We did get a coffee though. It was alright. Wasn't anything fantastic. So now we're moving into the grand atrium. Now this spans 3 floors. It's got 2 bars, a coffee bistro sort of thing. It's got a grand staircase that meanders down and round. It has live entertainment on, live music playing up. Also, one thing we didn't like was on one of the sides it has a specialty restaurant, and people can just walk through while you're having a meal. And frankly, I didn't think it was a very good idea. The specialty restaurant's called the Keel and Cow. Thank you. And I just didn't think you could just walk straight through like this. So everyone sat there having a nice romantic meal, and all the passengers are just scooting on through. I thought it was a bit of a poor design. And I've even forgotten which way we're going now. There's one of those water dispensers I was on about earlier. I don't know if I'm heading to the front or the back. See how easy it is to get lost. So actually we're heading to the front. So up the steps, down there to the lifts, and let's see if I'm right. This should be blue. They should be blue. The signs on the wall should be blue. Let's see. Did I screw up or am I right? Oh, the anticipation's killing me. There you go, the blue. See, I was right. We are at the front of the ship. So, yet again, looking at these screens, which last an eternity. Now, this is the promenade deck. So, that deck has an outside area, which is a complete walk around of the ship. And it's probably about 700 meters long to do a complete lap, and you can go all the way around it for a good walk while you're at sea, which we did, and we managed to get 4 or 5 laps out of it on our first day at sea. A bit windy, but it was good to get the fresh air and a good walk, so I was happy with that. So this is the theatre. I did try to go in and show what the theatre was like, but when we went in through this door, in here, I was told no entry. Now, I could have been for any reason, and I didn't want to upset anyone, so I chickened out. As you probably can see from the last episode that we put up about the goats, I'm a bit of a scaredy cat, so straight out. So here we are. This was one of our favourite haunts, Brody's. It's a bit of a sports bar. Really nice. They have live music on in the corner. They've got TVs everywhere showing all different types of sport. I thought the service in here was pretty good. Sit down, have quite a few drinks, good chatter. It wasn't overly powering. We always found seats in here. It's got a pool table over there in a corner. And just around the corner, I would say one of my favourite places was the casino, which was just there. But I was disappointed in the casino. We only went in once. I thought it was pretty small. There's a lot more choice of tables, a lot more choice of machines. It was just a bit small. I don't know, for a ship this size, this was the biggest ship we've ever been on. I would have thought the casino would have been bigger. But no. But Brody's was a top-notch bar. Carrying on through. Back into the atrium now, so I head into the rear of the ship. I've got my bearings. As you can see up there on the right hand side, that's the promenade where you will continue walking around. You got another bar there, which is more of a wine area. We sat there and asked for 2 lagers, and the staff told us off. Said, no, this is only for wine. Great. So we're now moving into the shopping area. Now, if you've never been on a cruise before, they have all the high-end stuff. So you've got Tudor watches, you've got Breitling, you've got Tag, and all these shops. The prices are what you would expect in the high street, even though they do say, oh, there's no tax. There is. The price makes you think there is. But yeah, they've got cheaper variants like Citizen. They've also got all your normal supplies like chocolate crisps, all your little snacks in there, handbags, mulberry. It's got all your... I'll show you I'll tell you what else they have when we get round to them. But cruise ships do like to make sure that the shops are all there for you, all in one nice little shopping centre. So one evening, if you didn't fancy a drink or a show, you can just go and have a meet through the shops. see if there's anything that takes your fancy. Now, all ships are cashless systems, and they have a cruise card which you need to take round. So if you buy a drink or get a drink, if you got a drinks package, you need to present that to the staff. They will scan it and see exactly what you have, and that will be charged to your onboard account every single morning of the following day. Now, we're just heading now into one of the main dining rooms. This is the Coral. We had the Coral, the Aqua, and another one that I can't remember the name of. Now, we had dinner in here quite a few times. The service was slow. The service was boring. The staff just didn't feel like they wanted to be there, to be honest. The food, we had breakfast in here once, and I've got to say, we had the Eggs Benedict. I did actually think that the Wetherspoon's Eggs Benedict was actually tasted nicer. I was very disappointed in the food quality in the Grand Dining Room. Very disappointed. And the service was abysmal. Which does surprise me, considering that these cruise lines are supposed to really make you feel special and wanted for the amount of money you've paid for the cruise. Now, also as well, here we are going down the other side. You got loyalty for future cruise sales. Now, if you book on board at the time, you're supposed to get a pretty decent discount. I don't really see it, usually. Here are the other shops where you can get some of your normal staples that you need. And here is all your duty-free, tobacco, alcohol. You get your perfumes, your aftershaves, even your suntan cream from in there. You got Pandora. So there's a plenty good range of shops on board. Like I say, they are high end, and sometimes the prices. Also as well, scattered around the ship, you'll see members of staff who will take photographs of you. Obviously you need to pay for the photographs, but they are by a quality photographer. This is reception, so any issues. Now I will say this, these two guys were like, hi, good morning sir, and no, they never said good morning to me. The only reason why they're saying it is because I've got a camera in my hand. I'm absolutely adamant on this. Yeah, I was so disappointed with the staff. Now, I will say that, but then our cabin steward was absolutely amazing. He actually went out of his way to make myself and Julie feel special. Every time we saw him, it was good morning, sir. You know, anything I can do for you. Nothing was too much trouble for him. He was excellent, absolutely excellent. And when I say he was, I do think some of the other staff were absolutely excellent. I do. There was like, you know, I would say we probably met about 5, all in all, who really went out their way to help you out. But the rest of the staff, I just thought, were disinterested. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was just the atmosphere or if they were overworked or what. I don't know. Don't know what it was. It was just a weird atmosphere. People who've done a P&O may totally and utterly disagree with my opinion on that. Other people who have may actually agree. I was speaking to a woman from work and she said to me, oh no, I thought the cruise with P&O on Iona was absolutely lovely. That's the actual coffee shop I was talking about. This is now on deck 6. And he opens from 7 a.m. Like I say, take your own travel mug with you. He'll fill that for you and you can then take your coffee to wherever you want on the ship and relax. But when I asked this colleague in work about how many other cruise lines has she actually cruised with, and she said, no, we've only ever done P&O. That sort of explained her limited view on it, because a lot of people I've spoken to have actually done P&O have said they wouldn't do it again. So the Limelight Club. Now, this was a specialty restaurant that you could book. You'd have to pay, I think it was about £32. Now, they would put on live entertainment on while you're having your meal, and you would have like, you know, your 3-course meal, live entertainment, and it's usually some sort of B-star from the UK. I believe Gary Barlow's been on there, and on this one I think they had a drag queen on this cruise. And then after that event has occurred, the doors are opened and the general public, the other cruisers, can all come on in, and it's a free-for-all to sit down. We never went into this place, so I couldn't tell you exactly or give an opinion on what it was. But yeah, the Limelight Club, there's the drag queen, Danny Beard. Now, here we are walking down the art gallery. Now, I've got to say, some of these prices are absolutely ridiculous. This one, £62,000 for that one print. Could be an original. And then you've got Jack Nicholson changing into the Joker and that, and he's £5,000. You got the spa. Now I did have a massage in there, and I've got to say that was fantastic. I had a bamboo massage. I wasn't getting hit by a stick of bamboo. I was actually just getting rolled with it, and no, that massage was fantastic. Now they also do hair, they do nails, do all sorts of things. Now my massage was £110 for 90 minutes. Well worth the money. Another entrance into Headliners Theatre. Couldn't get in. I did try. So here we are now on deck 8. It's still pretty windy, hence why the footage I've decided to do the voiceover. But as you can see, there's plenty of different places to sit down. They've got plenty of sunbeds, and we're just going to head round to the back of the ship. Like I say, this is a nice walk just to freshen your light, freshen up a bit and just get a bit of wind. Clear your head, get rid of the cobwebs. And as you can see, some more jacuzzis. You got the bar. This is what we were looking at from when we were a bit higher. All these seating areas. This is mainly for during the day. If it's not raining, people like to sit out here. As you can see, it's a bit of a cloudy day, our final day at sea. The crossing was pretty smooth, to be honest. On both legs, forward and back. There's the infinity pool up at the top. It was a pretty decent crossing, very smooth. Only a bit of rocking. Not much at all. So this is the sunset bar. Like I say, plenty of towels out there. Another jacuzzi. Those are scattered all over the place. All over the place. You usually walk past, see someone in them all the time. The only problem with deck 8 is up near the front of the ship you've got cabins, and people walking round can actually see inside the cabin as they walk past, because it's only got a very low wall. So I hope you've enjoyed the tour of the Iona. Apologies if I've not done it justice. This was my first ever tour of anything. It is a nice, clean ship. It's big. I think there's too many passengers, and we'll go back to past Julie and Steve. Thanks for watching that.
I hope you enjoyed that. Now, what do you think, Jules, of actually P&O Cruises?
It's a bit of a mixed bag. I think the cabins are absolutely lovely.
Right.
Very spacious, bathroom's really big,
Yep.
nice big shower. The cabin attendants are really friendly, they're really, really nice. Well, the one we had was really, really nice, couldn't fault him.
Nope.
I think after that, it tends to go a little bit downhill, doesn't it?
I feel it does, yeah. So the Iona was built in 2020, so the ship's only 5 years old. On the outside already, it's looking a bit worn. There's rust patches around the bottom of the keel, the windows. The furnishings inside, still modern, still nice.
Found a few cups with chips in them.
Yeah, which haven't been on plates and bowls. Have got a few chips in it, which I suppose really is understandable, the amount they get used. Now, regarding, let's start with the food. Yeah, it's okay, right? And we haven't tried a specialty restaurant, so we cannot comment on that.
We've been to the main dining.
Went to the main dining a few times.
Every other cruise ship that I have ever been on where we've done the main dining,
It's been spectacular.
It has. It's been out of this world. But the first breakfast I had on the Iona was eggs Benedict, which I absolutely love.
Yep.
And Wetherspoons outranked it by 1,000 to 1. It was tasteless, absolutely tasteless, wasn't it? And don't get me started on this service.
The service in the main dining room is shocking.
Oh, so miserable.
You actually go on any other cruise line that we have been on. We've been on quite a few, and the staff in there, the waiting is top notch.
Yeah.
You just need to just look at a waiter under your shoulder. It's amazing.
Yeah.
We had to wait 20 minutes for 2 glasses of wine. We finished our main course in that time.
Yeah.
Our main course came and went, and we're still waiting for 2 glasses of wine.
Yeah.
It is shocking, and the staff are walking around with sad expressions.
Yeah, they're just...
It's like they just don't want to be there.
No. And don't just take our word for it, that other people have said the same
Other
thing.
people have said the same on board the ship. So,
well, not just this ship, this particular time, friends, family.
Yeah, on
P&O.
on different ships, they've said the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like the staff. I don't know if it's because tips aren't included for paying guests, and with, say, celebrity cruises where you don't have to pay tips,
but gratuities are paid at the end,
are
aren't they?
paid at the end. And
the thing is, though, we do tend to tip people, any staff that are really good.
Yeah.
But
no, they were
we've not really found any, have we?
Buffet as well upstairs, the Horizon restaurant, that I find if you go at certain times there's a total cattle stampede.
Which is expected.
They have
busy times.
And they do try and always get on the other side of those busy times if you can. Go before or at the end, because it's just mayhem. And also you struggle to find a seat. Now, when you have a look at the bar drinks, so we had a drinks package. We paid, how much was it? About 250 quid each.
Yeah, it worked out about £45 a day each.
£45 a day each. Now, a cup of coffee is about £4 on board, and we were getting them free. So we've had quite a few specialty coffees while we've been on board. You have a look at the cocktails. I think the pina colada was £9.
Yeah, but they're
£9.
Good. They are very good.
And that's all included in our drinks package. You have 3 of them, that's near enough 30 quid already. Yeah. Before you even start counting.
The drinks package is well worth it.
I think
it's good. It is good value for money.
Yeah, there's water dispensers around the ship. The water, they say it's cold water. It's not, because everyone's using them. So the water's lukewarm at best.
And it doesn't taste like filtered water.
And it doesn't taste like filtered water. They do sell these, which is part of our drinks package as well. So we always get a couple of these for the room and a couple of these for when we go out on our walks, don't we?
Yeah.
Which, it compensates the price. Now, if you have a look at the entertainment, I think they cater for everything.
Yeah.
For the entertainment. So
the entertainment's pretty good.
The entertainment's pretty good. So I'll put that down as a plus.
Yeah.
For them.
Yeah.
But in all honesty, I've got to say, smoking areas now, I don't know if you've noticed, we actually vape, so we actually can't vape in any of the rooms anywhere inside or smoke. And there's 2 smoking areas. There's one at the back which is wide open, no bar near it, and it's freezing. It has 3 ashtrays and you get everybody stood around there. It's not really a nice place. There's nowhere, there's lounges, but that's about it. No chairs, no tables.
Another one further back. They're both on deck 18, aren't they?
There's another one further forward, which is, I think, more sociable. There's a bar just around the corner. Granted, it's only open from 11 till I think 5 p.m. and then downstairs, 2 floors down, you've got another bar under the Sky Dome, well, 2 bars under the Sky Dome, which, you know, it's only a short walk back upstairs if you want to have a cigarette and do that.
Yeah, but if you're on deck 4
4
or 5,
yeah,
you've got a long way to
you've
go
got
if you
a
smoke.
long way to go. Now, cabin location. Now, we made a mistake, which is
You made the mistake.
No, we made a mistake, which eventually is now my fault. The cabin being
On deck 15.
on deck 15, it was just right underneath the Sky Dome, which when I was looking at the plans, if I can remember, I didn't notice. So that has been noisy.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
in all fairness,
at
the
half
music stops by 10:30, 11 of an evening.
Yeah,
so it's
and
not.
then
It's not.
you're good to go then after that. It's, you know, it's pretty quiet. But yeah, try and get a cabin if you do decide to do this cruise. You know, below 15 and higher than 9.
Yeah.
9.
Yeah.
I think you should be ideally situated there for most things. Right, so let's go down to it.
Celebration night. What did you think of that?
Poor.
Yeah.
Poor.
There was nothing about it to.
Nope.
It was anything special, was it?
Nope.
I mean, we've done many a celebration night on different cruise liners, and they've been brilliant.
They've been brilliant,
There's
entertaining,
been
fun.
party atmosphere. Even the waiting staff have been in a great celebration mood. But yeah, it was very flat. Didn't even see the captain.
No,
Normally on celebration night you see the captain,
everywhere.
and at least the high-ranking crew.
Yeah,
Nothing.
Nothing,
Yeah.
nobody. It was very, it was dismal, to be honest. So,
We sound like a pair of right complainers.
we probably do, but this is an honest opinion.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, a really honest opinion. Now, if we were going to do another package holiday and another cruise, would we do P&O?
No.
No?
No.
Never would
No.
I. Sorry, P&O, but
No.
no. Now,
They've got a lot to learn, I think.
I think they've got a lot to learn, but the benefits of P&O,
Yeah.
they've got the holiday, the cruise is cheap. You get
It
all
wasn't
your
that cheap.
No, it is cheap. You get all your tips included, which is not many ships do that. Not many cruise companies do that, right? You then have a look. It's totally all inclusive apart from the drinks. You get a drinks package. You've got nothing to pay for. Okay, ice cream. You had to pay extra for that.
That wasn't bad actually.
No.
It was about £4.50,
It was about
wasn't it?
£4. No, it was about £4, wasn't it?
And you had a 3-scooper one.
3 scooper of ice cream in a cone, and it was big, and yeah, £4.50 extra. So I think P&O do things a bit differently. For example, no tips, which makes me wonder why the staff are so sad.
Yeah, but surely the likes of us and all the other passengers tend to tip particular waiting staff that you get to know well on your holiday.
You would think.
But because of the way they are people, or I certainly wouldn't tip them at the service that we've had.
No. Another benefit, because P&O are a British company, they get 3-pin sockets in all the rooms.
Yeah,
And there's USB
yeah.
points as well. And
You don't get many sockets in the room, though.
no, you 3.
Two,
Three.
three.
No, 3.
Yeah,
You've got
3.
3 and 2 USB sockets in the room.
Yeah.
So there's not much in there. But it's ideal for what's needed.
Oh yeah.
But no, I wouldn't do another P&O cruise. I do fancy another cruise. I fancy a couple, but no, I wouldn't do another P&O.
No.
I'm sorry, P&O, but you're poor. But even regarding like our friends who were supposed to be joining us on this cruise, we only came on this cruise for them. But because of his, because he fractured his pelvis, they've not been able to make it. Now, because it was within a week, obviously P&O got the terms and conditions, which is absolutely fine.
Yeah, we get that.
We get that. But because of that, they've have to claim through their insurance.
What rankled me though is trying to get through to P&O by phone.
Customer
You can't
service.
do it. Can't do it.
You can't get through to them on the phone.
Both ourselves and our friend's
Tried to
wife
contact.
tried to contact P&O for
You just
nearly
kept
a
getting
week.
cut off, yeah.
Yeah.
You just kept on getting cut off.
Yeah.
The other thing as well, which rankles me, is that in the end they sent an email message, and that never got replied to.
You eventually managed to speak to somebody, didn't you?
Yes, eventually, and they wouldn't even let them transfer it to a different cruise. I understand the T's and C's, but they wouldn't even let them transfer the name. If they,
Yeah, because they paid in full for the cabin They even requested to transfer it to me and you, didn't they?
Yeah, or to someone else
yeah.
who would have paid them for that cabin.
Yeah.
But no, they wouldn't let them do that, which surprises me actually. So it's still sold. They bought it.
Yeah,
but
it was their cabin.
And I understand P&O's terms and conditions, and that's the way they want
But then
to.
they'll sell it on for.
Exactly.
I bet you they've sold it on
and
this week.
They have sold it on, and that rankles me because that's
Yeah.
just a big corporation trying to make more money out of hard-working, honest people.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. I think that's a proper negative in P&O.
Yeah.
Because I think good companies can't do enough for the loyal customers. But in this day and age, the loyalty is sadly lacking across a lot of things, isn't it?
Yeah. I think out of all the different cruise liners we've been on, I think hands down it has to be Celebrity Cruises for me.
Yeah, I'm in agreement.
Yeah, I'd say that even the TUI cruises.
The Marbella
I
cruises, they're all
over the P&O.
inclusive, drinks included, tips included, everything included.
Staff were amazing.
Yeah. The ship's not luxury, it isn't. But you know what? The staff make it a fantastic holiday.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the food is nice.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it. So that just makes it, and the quality of guest as well.
Yeah.
That's another thing which people like to see.
Yeah. Well, even when we had the fish and chips with mushy peas from the, I can't remember the name of the place now.
Not last week, this week.
On the, the fish and chips we had.
Yeah, in Decade.
Peas were cold.
Yeah, the peas were cold.
They were freezing cold.
Freezing cold.
And it's not like self-service either. They were actually given to you.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, it was lovely. The fish and chips was absolutely lovely.
They were all right.
But yeah,
peas
were freezing cold.
Yeah, peas were freezing cold. So that's our review of P&O Cruises. It's only a short one.
Let us know if you think we're just moaning for nothing.
Yeah, put in the comments if any of you have already been on a P&O cruise. Tell us what you think, because we would be interested to see what the general opinion is, in all honesty. Yeah.
Well, the more you drink, the better it gets.
And on that note, we're going to leave you to it. Thanks for watching.
Hope you've enjoyed it.
Hope you've enjoyed it. Please subscribe, like and comment. Hit the notifications bell, be very much appreciated.
And we'll see you next week.
And we'll see you next week. Take
Thanks
care.
for watching. Bye.
Bye-bye.